Welcome to this recording. This is a meditation for the new year for 2024. I am fairy godmother Tamara Angela, and I want you guys just to be in a seated position that feels comfortable for you, whether your legs are crossed, kind of crisscross applesauce, like we used to say. Your legs can be extended in front of you. You can be seated in a chair. If you're seated in a chair, make sure your feet are flat and grounded on the ground. If you're lying down, palms up, so you can be open to receiving energy. Or I like to place my hands over my heart to just have some heart-centered energy. However you are seated or lying down, make sure that you're going to be comfortable for the next few minutes as you listen to this guided meditation, because you don't want to be moving around. If you want to journal, that is helpful as well. Sometimes during meditations, ideas come up, thoughts come up, and we don't want to get too focused on those thoughts or ideas. But if it's something that comes to you in a divine message, if you have your journal next to you, you want to be able to go ahead and purge that idea and write it down and then get back to the meditation. Now, as we enter 2024, I want you to be more focused on what we are entering into versus what you're leaving. A lot of times with the new year, we're focused on, I'm leaving this. These things didn't go right. I wasn't too happy with this. That's where we get focused versus, and then our actual appreciation for the new year is focused on the things that we lost. We may have endured loss during the previous year. Things may not have gone right. Life has a space of suffering, and that happens across the board for everyone. There is always light at the end of that tunnel. There's always faith that brings us through, and we don't live in the valleys. We don't dwell there. And so what I want you to focus on for this meditation is focus on where you're going. Focus on looking ahead. We're not looking back. We're looking forward. We are forward thinking, and we are working through coming into the new year with a renewed sense of faith. 2024 is going to see us have deeper conversations on deeper healing, on our personal healing, so we can understand how we as individuals add to our sense of community, and understanding how we can deal with change. So this meditation that I'm going to lead, I'm going to do some guided breathing, and I want you guys to be focused on looking forward, walking in faith, and being able to be empowered to clear your own path, not waiting for someone to clear it for you, but knowing that you have the power and the free will to be able to create the vision, bring the vision to life, and make things happen for yourself. So you're going to hear my singing bowl chime 3 times. That's going to be the beginning of the meditation. And at the end, you'll hear me chime 3 times, and that will bring us out. I want you just to take a deep breath in. You can do this with your eyes open or your eyes closed, whichever feels most authentic for you. We're going to take a deep breath in, and we're inhaling through the nose. And as you breathe out, I want you to breathe out like you're blowing out a candle on a birthday cake. So a steady stream of air. Inhale once more, as deep as you can. And exhale. We're going to have one more deep breath in. And exhale. I want you to focus on your breathing. Just a natural, normal rhythm. This will get you in sync with yourself. And how you're feeling. If any thoughts come to the center, let those thoughts rise up. Having thoughts is completely natural during meditation. The next few breaths, I want you just to focus on your natural rhythm, how your body is responding to this space of stillness. Notice any spaces of feeling uncomfortable in this quiet and in this calm. Discomfort is normal when you have to bring your mind and your body to a place of being still, but we have to have some of that stillness before we really go into the meditation. You've committed yourself to this space and to this time. And this is the only place that you need to be for these next few moments. Just continuing with that breath. And I want you to take a look and see where you see yourself currently. Do you envision yourself on a beach? Are you somewhere that's relaxing? Has your mind taken you somewhere that is familiar and chaotic? If your mind is taking you somewhere that is relaxing and that feels free, I want you to just stay there for a moment. Engage your senses. If your mind is taking you somewhere chaotic, I want you to look around that space. What's familiar there? Are there any calming elements that reside in that space? Why was that your comfort space? There can be calm in the midst of chaos. A lot of our life is finding calm and peace in the midst of the chaos. I don't want you to run away from that space. I want you to stand there for a moment. Find a space to center, hands over the heart. Just breathe. Breathe in and exhale. And as you exhale, I want you to feel a release. As you breathe in again, I want you to feel empowerment and encouragement. Chaos is not all that your body and your mind and your soul will know. And as you exhale, I want you to release that chaos familiarity. Release that as you exhale. And this time, as you inhale, I want you to feel yourself moving forward towards a place that feels calm, that feels comfortable, that feels inviting. I want you to see yourself there, plant yourself there in this space. Walk to it. Embrace it. Introduce yourself to this space that is peace and that is calm. Once we are all in that space that is peaceful, that is calm, I want you to look around and engage your senses. What does it smell like? What does it feel like in there? What does it look like? What colors are there? What is the temperature like? What does the ground beneath your feet feel like in this peaceful sanctuary? You were led there. Your mind led you to this calming space. You belong there. For the next few moments, I want you to just inhale the spirit of this space. I want it to wrap around you. Let the energy of this space wrap around your body like a tight hug. Let it welcome you. Does it feel like being there? Where does your mind take you? Whatever thoughts are starting to arise, if there are any thoughts of doubt, if there are any thoughts of fear, any thoughts of frustration, I want you to see those thoughts. I want you to see a river in front of you. And I want you to take those thoughts of fear, doubt, frustration, I don't belong, I can never get there, this isn't real. I want you to take those thoughts, place them in a basket. I want you to see them pouring out of your mind and place them in a basket. And we're going to let that basket float upriver. As these things pour out of your mind, pour them into the basket. And I want you to exhale deeply. Exhale deeply as you release them. As you release those thoughts of doubt, those fears, those frustrations, those reservations, that apprehension, I want you to inhale and deeply exhale. An audible exhale. I want that breath to come from your diaphragm, come from your hips, come up through the body and out the mouth. With a force. We're holding on to so much that doesn't belong to us. Sometimes as we move through the day, we gather other people's thoughts and doubts and fears, other people's ideas on us that are not authentically ours. So I want you to release those. And as you release them, I want you to feel your shoulders getting lighter. Put them in the basket and let them float upstream on that river. How easy is it for you to do that? Are you laying them down and wanting to grab them back because you're used to being weighted down? Pay attention to that. I want you to release. We cannot walk into a new year feeling heavy and weighted down by all the things that held us down the year before and the year before that. Every exhale is a release. Every inhale is you pulling in from God's infinite universe, the infinite supply of love, abundance, joy, peace, prosperity, faith, strength. All of these things surround us in an infinite supply. I want you to inhale that deeply. Feel it hug you. Feel those energies hug you. What would your day look like if that is what you focused on instead of the infinite supply of negative thoughts, frustration, powerlessness, neediness? Instead of inhaling those, what if we inhaled this infinite supply of wisdom and light and love that God gives us every day? We're releasing. We're ready to walk into 2024. We're ready to walk into anything new that is going to empower us and guide us and bring us forward. I want you just to take a second in this last moments of this visualization, and I want you to see yourself. Pick up a mirror. You hold that mirror up and you see yourself. What do you see? Who do you see? What version of you is standing in front of you? What are you telling yourself? That version of you in that mirror has already seen 2024. That version of you in the mirror has already seen what you are capable of in this new year. What are you telling yourself? How are you guiding yourself? How are you encouraging yourself? I want you just to sit for a moment, listen to that dialogue between you and this divinely guided version of yourself. I want you to listen for the next few minutes. Take note of any keywords that come up and tuck those away in your heart. Tuck away the good ones. And any reminders that your divine self is giving you of things that you need to throw away, I want you to exhale them immediately. Exhale those things. Tune in briefly for this conversation. Hands over the heart. I want you just to listen what your divine self is telling you about this year for 2024. Some of you somewhere right now, there are tears ready to fall. Let them fall. That's a cleansing and a release. Someone somewhere right now, there's a shout in your heart because there is triumph that you are ready for. Let that shout free. Let it free. Somewhere right now, there's somebody who has a testimony that they have been holding on to, that has been locked inside them, that is eating you alive. 2024 is the year to release that. Let that go. Serve someone, bless someone with that testimony. Someone somewhere, their voice has been trapped. Speak up. We need to hear you. It's your time. There's someone somewhere that has goals and they felt like they're not allowed to reach those goals. You have green lights and permission in 2024 to move forward. You don't have to push against anything. You don't have to rebel against anything. You simply have to show up and just be. Your essence is enough. And as we prepare to come back to the present, filled with goodwill, positivity, peace, and abundance, I want you to take a deep breath in, gathering up all of that divine goodness, all of God's knowledge and resources that are here, ready for you every day. I want you to take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, I want you to feel how light you feel now. We're going to do some breaths backwards from 10 to 1. Inhaling on 10. Deep exhale on 9. Inhale on 8. Deep exhale on 7. Inhale on 6. Deep exhale on 5. Inhale on 4. Deep exhale on 3. Placing your hands over your heart space with praise and gratitude for this moment and for this space and for you showing up today for yourself, for the blessings that you are going to be for someone else this year in 2024, and for the blessings that you will be for yourself, for the openness to receive from others as much as you give in 2024. I want you to inhale deeply on 2 and exhale on 1. I want you to leave today with praise in your heart, gratitude in your heart, and a readiness for the new year. We are prepared. We are present. We're always ready. We're walking in faith this year. Your steps are ordered. You simply have to show up. My prayer to God every day is, God, where do you need to place me? Like, place me where you need me to be so I can be of the most service to myself, to my family, and for my assignment. That keeps me from being distracted during the day and going into spaces that I don't need to be in and wasting my light and my love. My prayer for you for 2024 is that you feel more attuned and aligned, and that you feel a sense of freedom by walking in faith. Happy 2024.